Hey, Spence here from Progressive Outcomes. Today we're going to cover the Calypso wind meter system. All right, so guys, I didn't do an unboxing on this because I had to learn how to use the system first. So I bought the Calypso wind meter, the mini AB, as you can see there. Okay, but I learned a lot through this process because when you look at it, there's a lot of information out there that's not necessarily given. So I'm going to try to do my best here today to clarify some things, and as well as give maybe a little facts. Maybe you already know it, maybe you don't. For me, it was kind of a learning process, a challenge a little bit, and then I can review the stuff that we got. A few things, not just a meter, but also a kit where I can set it up, use it through my devices and the applications. I'll kind of show you the setup process on that if you already have one. All right, so this bag does not come with any of this stuff, and I've got some other tools that I will talk about. So put the box aside, and I'm going to get out my items here. So what comes with the Calypso item right there is you get that. That's basically the charger. And this. Now, this Arca piece does not come with the Calypso, so it's just this device here. It's basically a transducer that's fixed. There's no on buttons or anything like that. It's just when it's constantly on and charging. You guys probably already know that. So eliminating the Arca piece, you have this piece and this piece that comes with this box when it comes in. Okay. So what I have done though, I'm going to go pull out the rest of the items. And this is basically a spotter station that I put together. And the idea came from actually, hold on, the company called Nedved Precision Shooting. So if you look it up, Nedved Precision Shooting, or NPS. I guess he's a competitive shooter. He has a company that sells a lot of products. Go check him out. This is, all these parts came from him with his, I guess, his idea that he put it together. He sells it as a kit. Okay?
Nice.
Yeah, you can go to online and check it out. You can go find that on your own.
That looks pretty high speed.
Yep. So I don't want to get too much into all of this too much because I want to talk about the use of the Calypso. But basically, this particular unit is just like a Arca bar that holds other Arca attachments. This piece right here, it slides on and off. This is going to be for my binos.
Nice.
Yep. This is basically for your cell phone. You can put it on there, and this is going to be attached right up here.
To that, like,
so now when you attach it, it has a triangle up here, front facing, so it's downrange, and I'm going to set it to wherever you aim this at is where you're going to collect your wind data from.
Understood.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And so this is going to be fixed on this whole unit. This little high-speed pole. I'll lock it into the Arca. Hold on. That clamps into there like that.
Nice.
I put a little wind flag so I can kind of determine, and I got some information on that too. Hold on.
For those of you that don't know, my husband is very old school when it comes to things like this.
Yeah. So it extends.
Ooh.
Do it on the apparatus there, on the tripod. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm like, where's my cell phone at?
Wifey to the rescue.
Thanks. So I'm going to take this item and I'm going to walk over to my tripod.
All right, we'll walk over there here in a hot second.
All right, so this unit clips in to any Arca attachment. So I have that set up here.
Oh.
You can extend it. So just to share with you guys, so what I've been going through is I made a call to Garmin. They never answered their phone or returned their calls. So Garmin needs to work on that. I spoke to AB Ballistics. I am using an AB Ballistics platform. I got a hold of them. They kind of told me, make sure you know what I'm looking at. So I'll share some notes that I've had. And I'm sure I'm still learning process where I can get it. And also the apps that you're going to use on your cell phone.
Nice.
So what I'll do is I'll get my cell phone up here. It magnetizes on there. And what I'll do for the full presentation, I'll get my binoculars.
And just as a side note, for that particular magnet for the cell phone, you have to have one of those, what do they call it? MagSafe circle things on your cell phone cover. So if it's not on your cell phone cover, you're going to have to take that cover off.
So I'm using the Kilo 10s Gen 1, the 6-hour Kilo 10s Gen 1 that has the applied ballistics software within the system. Okay.
Wow, they all go on there pretty easily.
Nice. The right parts. Guys, it took me a little while to figure out how to put all this together. But when you look on the Nedved products or the NPS site, he sells it as a pack. And he also sells the meter as well. Now, a couple of notes on the meter before I continue. A little sidebar here. So the Calypso meters, they have this olive drab or green looking one. You can tell by the color when you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
That particular meter is only going to talk to AB ballistic products. So if you have Eagle Ballistics, if you have Fort Off, the Hornady Fort Off, and I think Sherlock program, I think those are three that they mentioned. You need to get the black one.
Oh,
okay.
So you need to have a different
correct.
wind meter for different programs?
Different
Is that
programs.
my understanding?
Correct.
Okay.
So different programs. So fortunately, I went with the AB because I assumed that, but if I didn't know that earlier, I might have made a mistake.
Ah.
So be aware of that, guys. You guys are probably doing it, but just as a side note, the black one for all other programs, the olive drab one or the olive green one, is basically for EB ballistics only. So that's something that you need to know. On another side note, I still can't get the distance that this thing is actually gathering the wind from.
Okay.
And so when I look at it, it talks about seconds, wind per seconds or milliseconds is what they say the distance is. Then they have another meter, just so you guys know, that I'm going to look into, because these things are, I think they're on sale. They're like $290 or $300 something, both for the green or the black one. Okay. They have one that is a wind meter that has a UL LoRa, LOAR. That's for $1,000+ for that. And what it does do is they're claiming that they do mention the distance on that one, again, for a lot more money, that says 1.8 miles.
Oh.
Yeah. So that would be for good extreme long range shooting, which I'm probably going to look into because I want to, and that's the direction I'm coming from with all this. But for now, I'm going to go into the programming and how this works, and then I'm going to talk about the benefits and the pros and cons. Okay. So when you first get it, guys, remember that you have to make sure this is fully charged. This has to be fully charged when you do it. And they say about 4 to 5 hours of charging time, no more. Okay. Once that's completed, you have to download an app called the...
It looks like a Nemo tracker, like
Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Okay. Is that how it's pronounced?
Nemo tracker.
Forgive me, guys. You know, it's a guy thing.
It is a guy thing.
So this is how I do it first. So I go to AB Ballistics, okay, and then it's going to come up. You can see this. So I went to my AB Ballistics Quantum app. And it's going to ask you to add a device, right? So you're going to add the device, and I put Spence Kilo 10. I mean, the Kilo 10s on server, so it's right now connected to my binoculars.
Okay. I'm
going to get it off by going to, I put progressive outcomes with the wind dot meter, the wind meter. So what I've got to do is I'm going to go down here and switch it. So it's switched. Wait for the green light. So now my AB Ballistics is talking to this, but it also triggers the system to be able to go back into my binos later, or the other. The other part that I've heard, I've never experienced it yet, is if you have other people with the meters on the range or wherever you are, it's going to want to grab from other people's stuff, and it will jump. So some other people might be locking into yours too. So that's why I put names on it, because that's what they suggested. It doesn't block it away. It's almost like the old lab radar where you're shooting and getting your velocities, and somebody else shoots next to you and it's jumping on with their velocities. So be aware of that, guys. That's one of the things, and that's one of the downfalls, I think. Some of the moans and groans, I guess I would say that. Okay, but this is Gen 1. I'm sure they're going to come out, after a while, they're going to come out with better stuff, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of here. Okay, I'm going to take off the app. Okay, clear it. Now I'm going to go and hit the downloaded anemometer.
That's what I'm going to go with, it, okay. Anemometer. It's kind of complicated.
And so what I'm just going to connect is the Calypso heads-up display to the wind meter. Boom, here we go.
Oh.
What you will see when you know you're connected is you're going to have this the AB ballistic symbol on the bottom right corner. That's when you know that it's going to be optional. I'm going to pair, and you want to hit the very top gateway. It says pair wind meter NPC gateway. You're going to hit the very top button.
Nice.
You're going to wait for a few seconds. It's going to come up. Now it brings them the wind meter into your app. Tap that. Boom. There you go. It's on. And it also connects to the AB, but you can't pull up the app because it's gonna want to jump. Okay?
Got it.
So this is just to use this app. You scroll down. What they say is, so I'm gonna log my time. How many login time? I'm gonna just go 30 minutes. The bow offset, I set at 0, so forward. So that way, anytime I turn, it's going to stay in track with what I'm doing.
Understood. That makes sense.
They want you to set it at login rate at 1 second. That's what they said. I can't explain why, but I'm believing that's the return on information that they're getting. That's what I'm assuming. Okay, I'm going to go back to ballistics, hit ballistics, boom. Right. It's going to take you right back to this one. Now, there is no wind or anything happening here. So you'll see that the next clip coming in, that's going to show how we did. We took this out to the field. Enjoy the clips. All right, so we got it set up here in a park. All you have to do, once it's all connected, hit your app. It's going to take a little bit to initiate. There we go. And there we go. I put a little flag up so you can see the direction of the wind. And it is fairly accurate. What I do notice though, when the wind does blow, it takes about a second or inside of a second to pick up the accurate information and direction. But right now it is, per the flag and what I feel, it's coming from the exact direction right now. So it is fairly accurate. For these options here, all you have to do is press, like I showed in the video. You can, the direction, the degrees, you have a drop-down menu. You can choose, let's see here. Let's go true wind direction, degrees, okay. And that'll read here. So your main hub, I guess, for lack of better terms, is you're going to be able to watch this. You get your direction and your speed, and you can input it into your Kestrel. You can input it into your binos, which I'm going to show how to hook up the binos in a little bit. This is the Kilo 10s, Gen 1. But I'll go ahead and just kind of let some filming do right here, and you can kind of see what's going on, how this particular system works. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to jump onto the binos.
Nice.
Okay, to do so, let's see here. I'm going to get out of here, completely get out of here. I'm going to go back into the AB Ballistics app. Okay. And I'm going to switch it. Okay. Hit that. I changed so the Kilo 10s is now on the active portion of it. There we go. Get out of this. And now we're going to go to the binos. And you're going to see on our field video that we're actually on the best that we can show you. So at this point, you know what you're going to do. You go down, you laser target, boom. You get your distance. You're going to get your heads-up display, which is going to give you your drop. And also it's going to give you your wind call. And how do you know it's working? That's the question. It doesn't tell you that it's hooked up or anything else. But knowing where the wind direction is coming from, you'll see the correction into the wind with the arrows on your heads-up display. But anyway, at least on the Kilo 10s. And so every time I moved it and changed it, wherever the wind was going, it made the correction within the binos on wind. Pretty good. Now, if I'm lasing a 1,000-yard target, I cannot tell you if it's picking up where the wind is coming from on that, because we know that, is it at a location from here, or is it 2/3 down, or is it at max ordnance? I can't answer that question, with fact.
Garmin, let us know.
Yeah, right. For us non-extremely scientific guys, that's how this system works. So if you have any questions, put it in the comment section, and we'll try to get those answers to you as best as we can, because this is very new to me too. This is really high-speed stuff. And again, it's on the 2VETS Recon inverted tripod using a level head. Wherever I move here, you shoot, it's going to aim in that direction to collect your information. That's what it says. And I kind of played with it, and it does indicate that both on the AB Ballistics app, and as well as the anemometer tracker, and as well as on the binos. Now remember, the binos from this particular section, you're not going to see anything that's going to indicate that it's connected, other than you're going to have to turn it, aim, shoot. And what's going to happen is you're going to be aware of the wind direction, and it's going to give you the horizontal correction into the wind. You're going to see the arrow. It's going to give you along with your come up, it's going to show you your wind correction. Nice. So I noticed when I change it, and when it is reading, so you don't have to add it in. So it does, in essence, work. Couple of tips here. Bring this back to you guys. Nice. Now, let's say in competition or in whatever you're doing, hunting, decide to use a system like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is paired. So it seems to be paired. All indications. Okay. All right. So I don't have it bumped off the laser rangefinder. So I'll go back up to the heads-up display. Again, we don't have any wind showing in this little location here. And so as you're going to see in the videos, at this point, you can get your arm board Boom, you laser your target as an example. Now it's not connected to this. You have your distance and you can get your win. So you write down your win. You can put it into your binos if you want, send it, make the correction on your gun number. You have hopefully you have your gun number set up, which is your win for your particular gun or caliber. I'll do a whole thing on that later. Or you can watch Modern Day Sniper guys. They do a great job of explaining how to get your gun number, by the way. Shout out to them. And you can do it those different ways. It's up to you. Or you can go through your AB ballistics and do the same thing on the app. So I'll go back to, and it's where you can do it as well. So I'm going to switch it back to the wind meter, wait for the green to come on up here. Waiting. There it is. Takes a little bit, a few seconds.
A few seconds, yeah.
And then I'll go back up to the HUD when you shoot. So over here on your AB ballistics profile, you'll see it, the wind direction and the speed, and you'll have the correct. So you'll see this correcting your windage. Starting to correct up here. That's how you know you're connected, as it's picking up the wind. Whatever your come-ups are, you're going to have that. So you can use it through the app as well. Right? So if you prefer to use this particular HUD and use the AB Ballistics Elite app itself, that or the Pro or whatever versions you got, you can run it through your app as well. It's going to give you all your corrections, everything else. Other than the fact that this is not talking to this to get a laser in there to get the actual distance, you're going to have to type in your distance, and you get that. Now, I want to go back to the app because one last thing here before I continue on something else. I want to pull this app back up just to show you the functionality of how you set this thing up to gather your rhythm. So this is one section, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, you have 5 squares and one big circle up here. So how do you change? Because you have options here. So I got wind speed plugged into this in miles per hour. When it first comes, it's going to be in milliseconds. Oh. And so us shooter guys, you know, because we're empirical too, we want MPH. So how do you change that? You press and hold each section, and it'll come up. It'll have a, like, what's the variable? Your drop down bar, wind angle, true wind direction, wind speed. Now, they don't necessarily have a definition of how that affects this particular program for you. So I was Googling everything and finding out this stuff. So I used wind speed on the first one. Wind speed, see, it has MS. It naturally wants to go to milliseconds. So what I do is another drop down bar. I press miles per hour. There you go. Okay. And the direction is going to be automatic with that blue triangle. So where the wind's blowing, it's going to pick up, it's going to shift wherever the wind is coming from and going to. And I set that for this. This one is the same thing. Some people want, you know, hold on. Let me pull that, pull up. True wind direction. If you want the direction part of it, which I already have the direction going on that clock, you can get true wind speed. You can get velocity made good, which we don't have to go over that, but, or the wind velocity actually. Crosswinds, which is a good idea at times because it'll calculate and give you winds with, I guess, junctioning winds. And you can set these other bottoms, like the temperature, pressure, humidity is on the bottom section. We can go later. So what I'll do, let's say I want to get true wind speed. I'll put true wind speed there, change it to miles per hour, set that. I got wind speed here too. Or I might flip it. I got 2 wind speeds and 1 true wind speed, so it'll give you different numbers so you can get an idea. And then if here you have temperature here, pressure here, humidity here, you can manually change it, or you can let the system pick up on it because I guess it's picking up.
Right, so you can change it by pressing and holding and then going with it.
So that's all you guys do. That's how you do for each square. Okay?
Nice.
So that's one of the options here. I hope this kind of helps you guys understand this system yet. The point I'm going to use this, and I've only had this system for about a week and a half right now. So I'm still going through it. I haven't taken it to the range yet. We've taken it outside and done some field work. So you're going to see more videos of probably see this device being used. And I will chime in and make comments as the videos come on how I really feel about it. I'll give maybe a 3-month review from here.
Nice.
Probably on that. Nice. Again, all this was purchased separately. I'll take away these things here so that way I'm not confusing anybody. All right.
Items are sold separately.
Yeah. I don't want to mislead anybody.
Right.
So the unit here is sold separately with a charger. And all you get is this unit, not this Arca piece or anything else. This all came with parts that I had to purchase or I had on hand. Okay. All this pieces, I personally purchased it off of NPS. Okay, because he has a kit that he sells, makes it a little easier.
This is the Nedved guy, right?
The Nedved guy. He does have a video of installation. Brother, great stuff. I obviously purchased it from you, but I couldn't see if you could zoom in on that video a little bit. But I figured it out as we went through. It wasn't that hard. So these are usually sold a la carte. He puts it in a package from this, from this whole head part all the way down. The only difference I had to do is I had to modify down here and drill a hole to get, because the screws are pretty large. Other than that, it's a pretty sturdy unit. This is a 7-inch one. So I don't want to have too much stuff going out.
Mm.
And it does fit my binos where I can still engage. I can also put my spotting scope up here too, and it works well. It doesn't. The spotting scope does not talk to any of this.
Mm.
Okay, but we can also use the spotting scope if that's the optic you want to use for scanning and observing.
Right.
Well, I will have links, guys, listed below with all the things that I can put on YouTube. So what I did is I filtered it because when you go to the Garmin website, it's not very clear directionally on what you're looking for on the absolute setup. So I have to make a lot of phone calls to figure things out. They don't really have that well of a direction setup. And maybe it's just me, but what I did do to try to make more people's lives easier, if you, on this video, if you go below, I put links that I'm allowed to on YouTube that will help you directly go, when you click the link, it should directly take you to the manual itself, directly to the actual directions on how to set up itself. So we'll have that on there for all you guys out there. If the video helps you guys, do me a favor, like and subscribe if you can, share the video. Again, we're not sponsored by anyone here at all. Yeah, we're just, my wife is getting on board. She's now a part of Progressive Outcomes, obviously. And you will eventually see her, but we're going to keep that at bay for now. You'll hear her voice all the time. Anyway, again, if you have any questions, I implore you guys, comment. I'll answer the best that I can. I don't know everything in the world. I know a few things, but I will try to give you the best answers I can if there's any questions that come up. I made sure that our email address is also put it in the description for us, and as best as we can. So you hit me up on an email as well. Anyway, guys, thank you for spending time with us. I really appreciate all your views and your likes. Keep it up, and I'll try to bring you better content, and we'll have fun going on this journey.
Spotter ready?
Shooter ready.
Send it.
See you guys later.